Welcome to our TAKAMAZ machinery. Today, from now, we would like to take you to our factory tour. This is the entrance, and then this is the meeting room over there. And then this is the reception. Before the factory tour, I want to explain our company briefly. Our company is established in 1948, which is about 70 years ago. And then from 1960, we produced a small manual lathes, what we call the bench lathe. Our production volume is, before the COVID-19, our volume was 150 machines per month produced, and the 1,800 a year. And then almost all machine with automations, and or machining cell or the single machine with automation. And mostly we supply our machine to our customer, automotive related parts company. And then of course we supplied our machine to the car maker as well. At this moment, there are 600 employees in our companies, and then roughly about 70% of our machines we sold to Japanese domestic market customers, and then the remaining 30% we export to the foreign overseas customers. But for the installation base, about roughly the 50% to the Japanese companies, and another 50% to the overseas customers, because some of Japanese customers ordered in Japan, and then they bring the machine to overseas, and then they install the machine in overseas countries. This is the machine, what we call the bench lathe. We start to produce this kind of machine from the 1960, and this is a manual, the very small, tiny machine. But this became quite popular, and then we sold many these machines. Then we go to the showroom. This is the showroom, and then you can see this is the history of TAKAMAZ machinery, our company. And then these are typical our machine in the past. This is the bench lathe, the small manual lathe. This is the hydraulic lathe, and then that one is a hydraulic servo machine. Before the CNC days, we produced this kind of machines. And then these machines are the current machines. Space over there is the test cut area. Our customer normally requests us to do the test cutting, and then we did it on these machines, and then we make a report and they feedback to the customer. And then if customer happy, they will order. So from now we go into the factory. This is our main factory, and you can see this corridor, this line. From this line, the right side is the assembly area. And then you can see the left side, you can see the many machining center. This is the machining area. We machine the big parts such as the machine bed or turrets or spindle. This kind of, the big parts we produced, we machined in this area. And the small parts we buy from outsource. We buy from the other suppliers. This is a scraping area. Normally, many of our machines, with the scraping, the slide is the rigid iron slides. Some machines we are using a linear guide, but normally we use the hard contact, the rigid guide slides. Especially in case of the automobile parts, normally the rigidity and high accuracy is necessary, but the linear guide is too weak for the rigidity, so we scrape the slide, and then we realize the high accuracy and rigidity at the same time. This factory, the size is the width is 147 meter, which is about the 482 feet, and then the length is the 124 meter, which is about the 408 feet. And then the one feature of this factory is this factory is a one floor. This is a machining area. This is an assembly area on the same floor. Normally, the machine maker don't do that. But our company's thinking is if those area on one floor, factory on the one floor becomes very effective. The mobility in the factory becomes very efficient. But on the other hand, the dust from the working area will affect to the assembly area. So in order to do that, in order to prevent such kind of problem, we make airflow from the assembly line very slowly coming down to the machining area. So the dust coming from the machining area will not affect the assembly line. And then another feature is there is no window on this factory. So in order to keep the temperature very constant, no window is better, preferable. And then this factory is temperature is controlled. Throughout the year, this temperature inside the factory controlled in a limited area. So we can produce the very accurate, stable machines throughout the year. Summertime, wintertime, no matter. Every time we can make a very constant, accurate machine.